vehicle, I know that we're dealing in this kind of world.
Right.
Okay. And so he accepted funds from unwitting investors looking for a piece of this action. None of these things are real, but Al did pay investment returns to some of the investors, but those returns, Matt Cox, were derived not from any income-producing activity, but from the principal investments of other investors. And what do we call that, Matt Cox?
A Ponzi scheme.
A Ponzi scheme, right. And the thing with Ponzi schemes is they tend to go viral because when people start making their 30 to 60% returns, they tell other people and it goes. But the other thing that happens with them is that they collapse. Yeah. Because the success of a Ponzi scheme, whether it lasts for a short time or a long time, is contingent upon new money coming in because there's no other income-producing activity that's happening, right? And before he knew it, Al had $2 million. And he was using that money to spend it on himself, paid some dividends back to people, but not much, living his most extravagant dreams, okay? Eventually, the Ponzi scheme collapses, and then what happens? The victims begin calling the FBI. And when I was at the FBI, I would be the guy who would receive those calls from Ponzi scheme victims, and I would say, why didn't you call me at the very beginning of this thing? And they say, well, why would I? I was getting investment returns. The net loss was about $1.9 million. How many losers were there in this thing? I don't know. And but I'm sorry I don't have that information. I know that's pertinent to you, but quite a few. Let's 30, 40, 50.
Right.
But again, they weren't. If you run a Ponzi scheme, you can invent whatever story you want for what the investment is.
Yeah.
I'm investing in stocks. I'm investing in bonds. I'm investing in car washes.
Yeah.
He chose to invent this crazy story about standby letters of credit and bullet trading programs. Lost to victims $1.9 million. Technically, it's $1,977,857. I don't know that Al had a huge criminal history, if any, but I think there were a lot of victims.
Did he go to trial?
Okay, pled guilty.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. How much time are you going to give old Al?
$2 million, pled guilty. Even if there was even if there was over 100.
I think that we're in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
He didn't Ponzi back much of the money. Like I think maybe 100,000 came back to people as investment returns, which is why he ends up at 1.9 million when he took in a little over 2 million, right? And he's also spending that money on living an extravagant lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's going for to give his mom a baboon heart transplant or something like that.
Right.
Like there's no sad story behind this. And he's creating that illusion of success to bring more investors in the door. $2 million.
42 months?
Okay, 42 months.
Yeah.
How many years is that?
It's what, 3.5 years?
Yeah.
Is that 3.5 years?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, mathematically, that sounds about right. I don't know that the answer's right. Are you comfortable with that answer?
I think I'm comfortable with it. Yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable.
Okay. Final answer?
Yes.
Okay. The correct answer, 71 months.
Fuck.
Al Roman.
Nope.
You storming off the show? Am I going to do a one-man show?
I was never going to guess that much anyway, unless he went to trial or something.
Yeah, that seems high.
Yeah. I wonder what the issue. There's some other issue we're not able to see.
Yeah. The court documents were not specific about whether some of the victims were vulnerable or something like that. So let's go on to question 3. I think you could run the table though for the rest of this and end up 10-2. I believe in you, Matt Cox.
Okay.
You've had jobs in your life, right?
Yeah, I've had a few of them.
Yeah.
Not a whole bunch, but a few.
You ever suck at a job you did? You ever had a job where you're just terrible at it and you're working the job and you kind of know you're terrible at it?
I'm usually trying to be, anything I do, I try and be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I put my heart, it's like, why am I doing this if I'm not going to try and be good? I'm already here.